Not everyone is you, though. No
It
one
should
else
be
thinks
fixed
so.
now.
Sure. Are you streaming again?
Yeah, I'm streaming again. It's fixed.
Alright. Do you have your Skype set to D&D, Crit?
Uh, you mean do not disturb? No,
Okay, you might want to put it on there,
yeah,
because you viewers are apparently getting a lot of Skype notifications.
yeah, I got
Okay,
it.
we're still in a pause game here.
Alright, so Lulu has connected. 303 Devilfish is back, so the game will be on pause shortly, most likely.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think every GT tournament, everyone always has some kind of computer issue. I'm not sure what it is with these custom games, but there's always a PC issue.
Well, honestly, it's just like OBS has to hook into the output of the game. Like when it blips the textures to the screen, uh, OBS has to be in there. It's like it has to be in between the game and the screen. So if the game doesn't do exactly what it's expected to do, because you have some sort of technical issue, OBS can't handle it, and then your stream won't work. So you just have to basically reload the entire game and let it do its thing. And the thing that's messed up about it is sometimes OBS is the source of the problem.
Yeah.
And if
I
not,
think-
it might be like Firefox. Like if you're watching your game while you stream it and you have it all muted, so you can see what your streamer or what your viewers are seeing. Sometimes that messes around with what's loaded to the screen. And if you have it so like you alt tab, that can mess around with it. So it's very precarious, I guess you'd say.
Right, okay.
Okay, so we're seeing a flask from 303 Devilfish. That's kind of questionable, however, I can see it. He's going to assume he's going to get hit by a lot of Qs, obviously, by Christoforos' Vel'Koz.
I believe his name is pronounced Christoforos.
I have no respect for him, so I won't pronounce his name right.
Christoforos Ouroboros. Yeah. Just like that. Why don't you have respect for him?
Because he lost his Alistair top.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting him to win in that matchup, so
They did let me play Irelia, though, so...
yeah. This is a pretty defensive start from both of these junglers here. No one really wants to invade, so they're just gonna play it out, play it normally, and we're gonna see. I think the first move is definitely gonna be in this bot lane.
So we see Kite Azure getting level 2 first in the mid lane. Sexiest Talon NA getting brought down to half health already. Obviously this Jace will be dominating lane before level 6.
Yeah, he'll be using that power spike. I think Sexiest Talon NA is a good enough player. He's pretty good that if he does poorly, he's gonna know to back off. He's not gonna feed too hard, so I don't see too much trouble from this mid lane here.
So we see Thresh win a mana pot. That's interesting. So that shows us that I'll most likely go for lots of attempts on the hooks and flays against this bot lane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is kind of the fighting start when you go on Thresh when you take the Relic Shield. It's a little bit harder to actually activate it because he needs to legitimately last hit. He doesn't get the ranged bonus. So it's a little bit harder for him to get the gold, but it is pretty effective, especially in fighting, because it gives you that extra health that you need to give you the upper hand.
We see Christoforos going to the mid lane to gank on Kite Azure.
Oh, there's a Q, the Plasma Fission, and misses entirely. He just misses everything. Kite Azure returning damage in kind. Not sure what that was about. Didn't work out though.
Oh, this could be bad if Pantheon catches him here.
Yeah, Pantheon's definitely gonna use his W right there, and he's gonna have to flash.
Oh, a devastating kill.
Yeah, right there. Oh, and Vi gets the Vault Breaker right on top of Ouroboros. He's gonna die. Smite right on top of Kite Azure. Kite Azure might actually die here. Sexiest Talon's cooldowns are coming up. Doesn't even need it.
Alright, so Vi doing tons of damage there.
Yeah, absolutely. She showed up at the right time. You can just say it like that. I mean, Vi right now is one of the strongest jungler, if not the strongest jungler. Just because she can wave clear so well. She does basically everything that Lee Sin does, but better. And she's tankier, she gets the hard engage. There's pretty much nothing to dislike about Vi right now. And I mean, you saw right there the early game power. She has a lot of base damage as well.
Yeah.
And you're landing on G-Sai.
Alright, so lots of CS dying to the tower. Obviously, Talon getting a good shove in.
Cupcake Raptor. I almost lost $500 on First Blood. I guess people are betting now on the GD games.
G-Sai getting hit by another binding.
Yeah, those bindings. Cordelia Gallo is maybe not the best player on this roster, but she can certainly hit those bindings. That Morgana is her main champion. She's played it for some time. I believe at least an entire season. And Vi over here is gonna get the Vault Breaker, and he gets the slow right on top of Petizur. Petizur's gonna die right away. Ouroboros trying to return the damage in kind. Sexiest Talon might actually die here. He has double buffs, and he is healing here. He's gonna rake to get the slow right on top of Oro. Oro doesn't have anything to respond with.
Yeah.
And this
So-
is the Oro battle. Ouroboros versus Ouroboros.
Alright, well that was a mistake there by Ouroboros. He shouldn't have backed off after he got that last spear on a Talon. He thought it was gonna kill him or something, but he shouldn't have backed off if he wanted to continue for that kill.
1,000 gold lead here from the 41 team. Actually doing pretty well. A really good job of applying the right pressure on the Kaidazor lane here. They know where their priorities lie. They're doing what they did in Champ Select. They banned them out, and now they're focusing pressure on the mid lane here, so they're following through with their commitment. I expect a lot more action in the mid lane now. Considering this Vi jungle is doing generally pretty well right now. 1 kill, 2 assists.
So Vi is level 6 now, 2 levels ahead of the enemy jungler. Obviously Vi level 6 spells death for any laners that don't have flash or some kind of escape.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest power spikes in the game is when she hits level 6. She'll show up to one of your lanes, one of your 3 lanes, and they will almost certainly die. Provided Vi does the initiation properly, so one of the things that they definitely need to watch out for, and Kaidazur especially, since he knows that they're going to try to kill him multiple times.
Vi in the bot lane looks like she'll be going for a lane gank. Will get spotted out, however, no, she will just Vault Breaker in there.
Kaidazur's team, they don't really want to fight too much. They kind of want to just farm it out, get to the late game, and let their comp do what it does best. Because if they do get into a late game fight, I mean, this Lulu is so valuable. I mean, I spoke already, but I can't keep talking about how good this Lulu is. And right now, it's a few CS ahead of the Valfaz. Mainly due to the fact that he went mid lane to do that gank, and it was pretty ill-fated there. And he also died.
Yeah. So we see it looks like Lulu will be going for the Melonomicon instead of the Fiends. Melonomicon getting nerfed.
And Cordelia Gala there, flexing her reflexes with the Black Shield. I mean, this bot lane is so safe that the Thresh isn't really going to be able to do much. We were talking before about the Black Shield, the Grave Quick Draw. They're really just going to be able to dodge everything, and Morgana's just planning all of these hooks.
Yeah.
All these bindings, rather.
G-Sai walking right into that binding. So we see Ouroboros doing his red buff, finally hitting level 6. The other Ouroboros just hit level 7 from the Gromp.
Interesting thing here, the tenacity, not the stat. The tenacity of Kaidazur here is... Oh, there we go, Lifeform Disintegration Ray right on top of Devilfish. That was pretty much free.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why Devilfish didn't use the ultimate there. Shouldn't do
Can
anything.
assume that he was out of mana, no flask charges, and Forbidden Idol obviously not giving that much health regeneration compared to like a Chalice.
He may have also disconnected. We'll have to see. He hasn't paused. Yeah, he didn't disconnect. That was just a complete misplay on his part. So as I was saying before, the tenacity here of the Kaidazor, he's doing really well. I mean, he's been ganked twice. He manages to scrape by with a kill, and he's keeping up in CS versus this Talon, who's now pretty ridiculously far ahead of him. He has a pickaxe and 2 long swords, so he's definitely doing as best as he can.
Vi doing double golems, or Krugs. She will be hitting bot lane for a counter gank onto this Pantheon. However, red team
Go for
just get
Golem.
out of there.
She flashes in and she gets it. Oh, the enemy team just flashes away. They all use all of their flashes. Another Dark Binding right on top of G-Side. He's taking all of these today. But he's going to be able to survive here.
Kaidazor going down to the bot.
Yeah, Kaidazor is just there just in case they get a little too greedy. Want to bite off a little bit more than they can chew. Oh, there we go. Another Dark Binding right on top of Tiny Toast. And he's definitely going to be going down. There's last Grave auto. Morgana's also going to die in the process. And now, this is the turnaround. This is Kaidazor's team who's going to be on the counter attack. Teleport coming down from Christopheros, and they have to get away right now. Vi uses the Assault and Battery right on top of Kaidazor. Exhaust goes down right on top of him. He flashes away. And nothing's really going to come from this. Kaidazor's team's going to have to back off. This is possibly a free dragon here.
Mid lane for the blue team. Most likely dragon as well. No, they will not be going for the dragon at the moment. Might be going for Scuttle Crab first. There are still 3 people in the bot lane for red side, so they might be scared that they'll attempt to contest the dragon.
Here we go. It looks like they finally made up their mind about this dragon. It looks like they were just clearing up the mid lane here. They don't have any sweepers, so they're just gonna completely do this in vision, hoping that the enemy team doesn't come.
Ooh, they'll get it, but
another tree shot barrage right on top of Christopheros. He's gonna go down. And Lulu doing a lot of work here. She got the kill on top of Christopheros. Also stole the dragon here from the blue team. But she may go down. I think she'll go down.
she will die.
Last tick of Ignite there.
Alright, so still a better trade for blue team, at least in just that short 30 seconds or so. Red team getting the dragon and a kill. Blue side only getting 1 kill and no dragon.
A lot of gold being exchanged back and forth here.
Yeah, it is a 2k goal lead for blue team right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-0 Talon.
Yeah, I mean, this Talon is pretty much unstoppable at this point. At least strategically, they're not really going to be able to do anything about him for now. So like I said, Kaidazor's team will just have to kite it out, wait until later in the game, and just avoid wherever Talon shows up. They're going to have to go somewhere else. To a different lane.
So we do see red side's outer top turret going down.
Here we go. Grand Skyfall gonna go right down on top of this. Misses. Ouroboros goes, and he just takes a Demia shot right to the face. 41 moves, gets a 3-shot barrage, and everyone is just taking so much damage here. Ouroboros stuck in a 1v2
Double kill
situation,
for
but he makes the
Shiny.
5.
Flash in by Talon and he just decimates them.
Yeah, sexiest Talon there, coming in clutch at the right moment. And that was a 3 for 2, I believe. For the 41 team. I mean, you know, keep in mind this is this is the team that won 5 supports. So maybe they have a little more to them than that.
Okay, so Moby boots for Christopheros. What do you think of that?
Honestly, I'm not sure on Vel'Koz's meta. I have no clue what the Vel'Koz meta is like, whether you go those boots or not. Personally, I would just go the Magic 10 boots, because he deals a lot of base damage, and he doesn't have too much scaling. So he's going to want to, you know, penetrate. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm honestly...
Those are all very effective. He doesn't need... He has 3 damage, he doesn't even really need magic.
The
He
pen.
just needs to be able to cast spells a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's a pretty spammy champion. You're right.
It's questionable for the Moby boots on Vel'Koz as well, because if he gets caught out and he loses the Moby boots, he's going to be super slow. Vel'Koz only having something like 340 base movement speed, so it'd be 365 if Multi Boots were to be deactivated for Christopheros. That'd be really bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, the Lumpy Boots were changed a few patches ago, some time ago, that you actually get less movement speed now if you do get taken out of combat than normal boots. Devilfish being chased over here. He's gonna get Vault Breaker. Wow, Ouroboros misses the Vault Breaker. 303 Devilfish might actually get away over here. He gets the Organic Deconstruction on, and he's gonna use his Life Form Disintegration Ray. Christopheros pretty much applying his will in the top lane here.
And I do believe Christopheros is actually running move speed quints on Vel'Koz, because I could see when his Moby Boots were deactivated, he actually had 387 movement speed.
And Shiny Toes taking a Dark Binding here. Cordelia is so good with the Dark Bindings here, and he gets the Demia shot. Oh, Ouroboros gonna die over here. This is a 1v1. Oh, he gets away! That's incredible. 41 noob, not really gonna be able to follow up on this G side. They'll have to be happy with the 1 kill that they got on Toast.
The Krug's doing work there for Ouroboros, blocking that Shock Blast that most certainly would have killed him.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this bot lane was just lack of respect for Cordelia. I don't think maybe they had.
Morgana's landed basically every bonding she threw.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know if people have actually played with Cordelia when she plays Morgana, but she can land those skill shots like a champ.
Yeah, Morgana's, as we said, Morgana is Cordelia Gallo's best champion, hands down.
Grand Sky going down over here. This is gonna be a 1v2. Ouroboros is gonna get exhausted, and there goes another Dark Binding, pretty much point blank here. Cordelia gets the last spear, and she gets killed. 41 noob in trouble now. Can he tank it out? Looks like he'll be able to. Sexiest Talon and an 8 here. It's gonna kill and clean up both of these people. He has so much AD right now.
Questionable ult by Lulu.
Ult breaker here on top of 303 Devilfish. Takes a lot of damage here. Ouroboros taking even more, and the hook goes right on top of it. G-Side taking the hit. And this is pretty much just the biggest skirmish I've seen so far.
A lot of trades.
Yeah, a lot of trades definitely. Like, the gold is going back and forth, but the 41 team is ultimately taking the lead here.
Yeah. Mid lane going down for red team. They're getting blue team's tower finally matching the tower that blue team took like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's a little too early to talk about now, but if Kaiser's team loses this, is this the kryptonite? Do you just simply ban him out and then focus camp his mid lane? Because if they don't have any other strategies to come up with, then I think they've been pretty much figured out here in this tournament.
Yeah, so I think the way red team wins this will be through these dragons that they're getting. They're at 2 dragons now. It's 18 minutes in. So, like the latest or the earliest that they could get 5 dragons would be about 37 minutes into the game, or 36.
Yeah, they're gonna have to wait this out. I mean, I don't see them able to fight anymore. I'm not really sure why they keep going for these fights. I think they just have a lack of vision right now. So they just kind of keep going on these fights that they think are good, and talent shows up, etc., and just completely denies any kind of playmaking.
Look at Talon's items. He has like the most important items for Talon already built already, 20, like not even 20 minutes into the game. He has the Brutalizer, that's obviously a really good item on Talon, gives you the armor pen, the cooldown reduction for his ult and his W in the top lane.
And it looks like there's a Grand Skyfall here, and pretty much just a classic Pantheon gank here. Just uses the ult, deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, so to counter this, blue team will be pushing the mid lane. And as we were talking about Talon having his items, the team had also another good item on Talon, obviously adds to his already crazy burst. And the last Whisper with the hook.
That was pretty good. Max range hook there.
G-Side flexing his muscles a little bit.
Yeah, he says Cordelia's not the only person who can land Qs. She's just the only one who can land them at the right times. Oh man. Alright, so pretty much. I'm not sure why. I mean, I was sure. Oh wow, Dark Binding right on top of Ezreal. He's gonna get the Demiya shot again. Dark Binding is gonna go, and I mean, Jisa's just gonna die here. There's not much he can do. I think that was a little bit of a waste with the exhaust there.
Yeah, because of Black Shield.
Another great binding by Cord to finish off that kill there.
Yeah, I mean, Cordelia, I think her binding accuracy is at least in the 80s to 90%. So I actually haven't seen her miss a binding yet.
Yeah, carrying the game right now. She actually she's tied for second highest kill participation. Ouroboros having the highest with 8.
Yeah, I mean, oh, look at this. Lifeform Disintegration Ray on Devilfish, and he uses the ultimate Wild Growth on himself. He gets away with just a sliver of HP here. I think Chris is a little...
Our level burst got there.
Yeah, that was a lot of burst right there.
Chris has a Sheen on Vel'Koz.
Sheen Val. I mean, this build is blowing my mind right now. Can't believe this is actually working. Christopheros doing a little bit of roaming here.
Yeah, putting those Moe boots to work. Will clear the pink ward.
We watch the painfully slow, agonizing pink ward kill here. And yeah, I mean, it's a 5,000 gold deficit. Do you think they can come back from this?
It's certainly possible. I mean, like I talked about with the dragons, what they're really doing right now is they're just stalling the game out. There's not much action. I think what'll happen next will most likely happen in the next dragon. But in the bot lane, we see Chris is heading down there and might get caught by Pantheon.
Oh, death sentence right on top of Christopheros. He's gonna get zeroed out right here. And Sexiest Talon Renee is gonna do what he can. He's basically 1v3ing here, the last auto attack from Ezreal. And oh, 41 Noob tries to go over, and he just doesn't get enough damage. Right now, Ouroboros is doing so much damage, but he has no tanky stats. He uses the Assault Battery. Titus is just doing what he will. Shiny Toast is gonna take out this Ouroboros here. A wonderful fight here. Cordelia Gallo's gonna land yet another Dark Binding.
Oh,
This is not gonna
God.
finish off. This is the comeback. That was a 5 for 2.
Yeah, and it would have been a 5 for 1 actually, but 303 Devilfish made a huge mistake and he accidentally ulted Kaidajir instead of himself.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be really cognizant of those kind of errors and those kind of mistakes. The gold deficit has gone from 5,000 to 3,000 now, and this game is extremely close. At least much closer than it was before.
Yeah, that was just huge misplays overall by blue team. I mean, Chris got caught and then Sexiest Talon went in 1v3, and then Ouroboros went in 1v3, and he did get the kill because of a misplay by 303 Devilfish. However, there was still no benefit to that.
They started off with superior vision, so Christopheros ended up getting caught, but they tried to overcompensate and they overreacted to that mistake. What they should have done is they should have just let him go. They should have said, okay, you got caught, that's fine. We're gonna get away. But instead they went for the team fight, and it was another ill-fated team fight. Christopheros here, all alone in the top lane. I'm actually kind of happy to see that this top lane mobility, Morella's, Sheen, Vel'Koz is working. Death sentence on Cordelia Gallo. She's way too far.
I mean, you
Shiny
can
Toes.
say...
Yeah, you should be able to get away. Oh, maybe not. He has to slow. Yep.
So 41 Noob just getting soloed by the blue build Ezreal. I mean, the IBG slow is actually insanely good if you can hit your skill shots.
Oh yeah. I mean, the power of Blue Ezreal was just showcased right there.
And this is the 3rd dragon for red team now. Only 2 dragons away from the amazing 5 dragons.
They're a few dragons away from Ascension here. They've clawed their way back into this game. I wouldn't say that they did it through their own play as much as it was the 41 team. A little bit of miscommunication here.
Oh, up in the top lane. Oh, amazing true shot barrage hits Chris. He's dead.
Oh wow, that was a really good flash, but he misses the knockup on Devilfish, and Devilfish gets hers right on him. She's gonna get the Whimsy, and yeah, pretty much gonna get killed right here. Not much he could do.
So
He is out DSing him a little, just slightly. And he's only
Yeah,
got
she
one more
is.
kill than her now, so it's about even.
So she's Talon and Egg going in on this Lulu. Definitely gonna die. Out of mana. Pretty free kill there.
So you were talking about how this Sheen looks like it's gonna be an Iceborne Gauntlet for Vel'Koz.
I mean, if my mind was not blown beforehand, it is now. It is mid-melody level of blown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this build makes absolutely no sense to me.
You were talking about how it's working for
I guess
41's
he
team,
wants to, like,
but
slow kill down so that he can keep him in his ult. I don't know.
It's so odd.
It is. Yeah, then again, I get, you know, it just showcases the base damages and scaling that Vel'Koz has with simple cooldown reduction. That he can pull something off like that because his spells really don't scale that hard with OP or magic necessarily. Not any harder than it does with cooldown reduction. So he can build Icewind Gauntlet or pretty much any other item if he wanted to. It doesn't matter. As long as he's got cooldown reduction.
one thing I'd like to add is that you guys are talking about how it's working, but it's not. I mean, if you look at Chris' score, he's barely out CS in 303 Devil's Fish now by about 5, but he has the weakest KDA on blue team by a lot. He's 3-5-1. You look at some other players, Talon 7-1 and 2 in the bot lane.
And look at this, another Dark Binding on this Ezreal. This is unbelievable how many bindings Cordelia's got, and she's gonna get Arcane shifted on, and it's gonna be a 1v1. Shiny Toast is gonna be able to kill them. Assault and Battery right on top of this Ezreal. That was a long Assault and Battery there. Ultimately a 3-for-2.
Yeah.
Oh, the fight's not over. Titus is gonna go in with his Q, and he's definitely gonna kill Christopheros here. Ouroboros is gonna try to get away. Can he get away? The Rake's slow, goes on top of the Lulu. I think he slowed the wrong person, but it doesn't matter. Kaitazur is gonna be able to kill this fight here.
Yeah, so
Pretty even game.
yeah, blue team is losing it though at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it is even in terms of gold, but in terms of objectives, the Dragons are going to start weighing heavily down on the 41 sitting here.
Look at Kaitazur's CS.
And if they don't pull a win out here, it's going to become even tougher because I can guarantee you Morgana will be banned. So this is the game to win with Morgana if they're going to do it at all.
Yeah. One thing is Christopheros obviously not having that great of a showing on Vel'Koz. He hasn't proven that he can play it effectively to carry, as to say, so he most likely won't be seeing it banned.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. I'm curious what the next move will be. Just like trying to get a pick.
We see Essence Reaver for Shiny Toast.
Yeah, how do you feel about Blue Ezreal now? Because the other builds, Blue Ezreal was not able to be played at all for such a long time. And we've seen this kind of resurgence of the Blue Ez build.
Yeah, I mean, in this game I love Blue as short skirmish breaking out, however nothing major.